Welcome to Red Wave After Dark as tonight Fresno State destroyed Incarnate World 66-0. You can follow me at Rob Iman at twitter.com. What a great win tonight by Fresno State, despite the struggles of Chase on Virgil. And that's concerning going into a game against Alabama next week. Virgil was 16 for 29, 246 yards. Marcus McMarion looked a little bit better, 6 for 703 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. But yeah, Virgil's got to play some better football next week against Alabama. And the other area of concern was the run game. I'd like Ronnie Rivers, nine carries for 60 yards. I'd like to see him get 100 yards next week. But they need better performances on the run game if they want to have any opportunity to win more football games this season. So that would be an imperative to me, is they need to play better. They need to play better on the trenches. Jordan Mims, 38 yards rushing, 4-point yards. I'd like to see more of DeJounte O'Neal, 7.4 yards a carry, so that's not too bad running-wise. Keyshawn Johnson, 120 receiving yards. That's good. Ronnie Rivers, a little bit of a dual threat with the receptions, but I think, though, it's if we don't see a better performance out of Virgil and the running game, we could see McMarion take over the reins by the time conference play starts. Jimmy Camacho, good outing from him, 2 for 2. Blake Cusick, 158 yards and 52.7 yards per punt, so that's a really good average. And Incarnate World, no match. Fresno State blocked a kick, so that was other good news there. But they do need to play better football if they want any prayer of beating number 1 Alabama, who won their opener against Florida State 24-7. And I don't. But yeah, they got to run the ball next week and maybe commit more to the run game if they want any hope to even keep pace with Alabama, or I think they will certainly blow Alabama out of the water next week, or Alabama will blow them out of the water next week. But the defense looked a lot better thus far. I like what I see out of the defense. They're committing to their tackles more, defending better. I think they're going to win 5 games this year. I think 5 and 7's where I've kind of got Fresno State this year. If they can steal a game somewhere, then I think they can get to a bowl game. But I think BYU's looking a lot more winnable now. So, but yeah, I think we'll see how bad they get blown out next week at Denny Field in Alabama. But could be some good experience maybe, but enjoy tonight's victory because Alabama's waiting for you, and they're going to probably get crushed. Yeah, but Tedford's got them on the right track, and we'll see how long the leash will be for Chase on Virgil. But he's got to play better football, or we will see McMarion get his opportunities by the time conference play rolls up. welcome to the first. But I'm also looking for other people to help me out here on this channel. I can't always be doing this all the time. I really need panelists. I would really like to make this more of a call-in show than me just yakking at everybody. So I hope to get more people on this Red Wave After Dark. And you really don't need to be anything more than just a fan to be part of this show. That way I'm not rambling on and for 30 minutes or whatnot. All right, let's go around the league with other scores. In the Mountain West, Iowa defeated Wyoming 24-3. This was not a good day for Josh Allen. 23 for 40, 174 yards, 2 interceptions, a QB rating of 24.9, not good at all. And then also Iowa stuffed the running game of Wyoming, and receiving was terrible today. Their best receiver today was Austin Conway, 7 yards, 47 receiving yards. So Iowa might be better than what people think. Those Big Ten defenses are stout. So defense is making a comeback in the Big Ten. And Air Force defeated VMI 62-0. Arian Worthman 8 for 12, QB rating of 87.2. Timothy McVeigh 98 yards rushing. Nevada lost to Northwestern 31-20. Ty Ganji Ty Ganji 16 for 30, 799 passing yards, QB rating of 39.8. Jackson Kincaid, the bright spot of the rushing game, 86 yards rushing. And Boise State beat Troy 24-13. Your winning pick. Brett Ripien 13 for 23, 20.9 QB rating, and then was benched for Montel Cozart, 50 yards passing. 160 yards passing from Ripien, who had 1 interception. Cozart could become the new starter for Boise State. Alexander Madison, 82 yards rushing. San Jose State beats Cal Poly 34-13. Montel Aaron, 11 for 17, 92.9 QB rating, 183 passing yards. Zamora Ziegler ran for 121 yards. Dejon Packer, 60 yards rushing. Jaquan Blackwell, 84 receiving yards. New Mexico beats Abilene Christian 38-14. Lamar Jordan, 213 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Delane Hart Johnson, 3 yards, 77 receiving yards, 3 receptions. And also, New Mexico had 2 interceptions in this game. San Diego State beats UC Davis 38-17. You're winning. Christian Chapman, 16 for 21, 220 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Rashad Penny, 21 carries, 197 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns. Juwan Washington, 66 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. So Rashad Penny could be the new Donnell Pumphrey. And Howard beats UNLV 43-40. And that could put Tony Sanchez on the hot seat. Armani Rogers, 11 for 19, 220 yards, 1 touchdown. Lexington Thomas, 151 rushing yards, 21 carries. Charles Williams, 93 rushing yards, 12 carries. Armani Rogers, 9 carries, 82 rushing yards. Devontae Boyd, 4 receptions, 105 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. And Hawaii currently leads Western Carolina 34-18. And then in top 25 this week, Ohio State beats Indiana 49-21. Oklahoma State beats Tulsa 59-24. Mason Rudolph went 20 for 24, 303 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Washington beats Rutgers 30-14. Jake Browning 284 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Wisconsin beats Utah State 59-10. Alabama beats Florida State 24-7. DeAndre Francois 19 for 33 with 210 passing yards, 1 touchdown. And USC survives a scare from Western Michigan 49-31. Sam Darnold 23 for 33, 289 passing yards, 2 interceptions in this game. But Ronald Jones 159 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns for USC. Clemson beats Kent State 56-3. Kelly Bryant 16 for 22, 236 yards, 1 touchdown pass in his debut for Clemson. Penn State crushes Akron 52-0. Oklahoma crushes UTEP 56-7. Baker Mayfield 19 for 20, 329 passing yards, 3 touchdown passes. Michigan beats Florida 33-17. Wilton Spate won 11 for 25, 180 yards, 81 yards passing. Auburn beats Georgia Southern 41-7. Jarrett Stidham in his debut with Auburn, coming from Baylor, 14 for 24, 185 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. And Kerryon Johnson, 16 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown. Georgia beats Appalachian State 31-10. Louisville beats Purdue 35-28. Lamar Jackson 30 for 46, 378 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 107 rushing yards. Miami beats Bethune-Cookman 41-13. South Florida survives another squeaker against Stony Brook 31-17. I don't think they will be ranked after this game. Kansas State beats Central Arkansas 55-19. Jesse Ertz 10 for 16, 333 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Maryland upsets Texas 51-41. Shane Buechele 34-52 for 52, 375 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes. And Ty Johnson from Maryland, 12 carries, 132 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Washington State beats Montana 31-0. Luke Falk, 33 for 39, 311 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes. Jamal Morrow, 89 yards rushing and a touchdown. And this is Washington State's first season opener victory in 6 years. And LSU beats BYU, shuts out BYU 27-0. Danny Etling, 14 for 17, 171 passing yards. Darius Geis, 122 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'd like to get some help here. Panelists wanted on this. So, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, everybody.